The first stage is harmonizer. This is where you're fairly happy with your life. You have a sense of stability. You're content with how things are. And you're accepting the status quo. You're not yet ready to shake anything up. You may want change, but you're not sure how to create it. And you may not even know what the change is you want. Then we have awakening. This is where you start to notice things. You start to get those little signs. Your awareness is heightened. You start to feel something's off. A little bit of confusion. You start to notice things, and whereas before everything fit in the boxes, now things don't fit in the box anymore. Where do I put this? So you start to get curious, and that is the most appropriate response to this, getting curious. And when you start to get curious, you will move into seeker. And this is where you're actively asking questions. The question might be, what in the actual fuck is going on right now? And yes, I did swear. This is where you have insatiable curiosity. You start demanding answers and you are actively seeking out knowledge. You yearn for change. You are no longer willing to accept that status quo, and you cannot deny who you are. After you've done that, you've done a bit of seeking, you've got some information. What often happens is then you move into liminality. This is the space between, the limbo. You're no longer here, but you're not yet there. You might start to withdraw, and that's actually okay. You may notice some physical symptoms. If they become extreme because you've got trapped here, we sometimes call this transcendent leader burnout. This is one of the places where this manifests, because it's like you've got all this information. Your higher self, your soul, is pushing you to move forward, but you're stuck in this liminality. And you start to get ever deepening spiritual experiences, but it is confusing. And you have so many spiritual experiences and you don't know how to interpret them necessarily. Now, at some point, you move out of that and you go, this is it. And there's a feeling of being called. You have heightened intuition, alignment with purpose. This is when you become the visionary, where you get your vision. You are inspired. You become very charismatic and inspiring at this stage. You start honing and building your dream vision and imagining a new life and a new way of being. Your big vision shows up and it is undeniable. It's like you are called to do this. Then you go, I have got to make this happen. And you become the warrior who fights, and not fights as in like fighting something. You are acting to move forward. You are pushing forward. So you start to take action. You are courageous, because when you create change, it takes courage to change anything, whether it's yourself or the world. You get very determined. You start to attract the resources you need. Your vision starts to become a reality. You start building your vision, moving through the obstacles, overcoming those challenges. And then you have built your vision to some degree, may not be the completed one, and you are in transcendence. A transcender is one who goes beyond. You go beyond the norm, you go beyond the status quo. A transcender is a change maker. They're working for the greater good. You are exhibiting a high level of autonomy. You embrace complexity and creativity. You prioritize your inner growth, and you're willing to explore new experiences. You are fully aligned with your purpose, and this is a powerful place to be.